get up and see how this turbo 1.5 liter 4-cylinder goes. Ooh, a little bit torque steer. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over a 2022 GMC Terrain AT4. Yes, GMC is literally putting the AT4 package on every single vehicle, which I think is awesome. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork for giving me some time with this AT4. Check out the inventory in the description down below. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into the video. So under the hood, we have a turbocharged 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 25 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 170 horsepower and then 203 pound-feet of torque. Let's go over the front end of the Terrain. So first off, you guys can see here with the center portion in the hood, definitely distinct, and then it kind of like slowly goes down as you go off to the side. We've got these signature C-shaped LED accent lights. Then you can see the LED reflector lights for the headlights themselves. Fog light down below, parking sensors here on the front end. We've got our AT4 badge there in the center with the GMC logo, and then a camera below the GMC logo. And, well, that's all for the front. Now coming on the side here, we've got two 25mm tires wrapped around 17-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And sorry about the lighting, the wheels are blacked out, so it's kind of hard to see them. But here's a closer look at the wheel itself. It's got that cool blacked out appearance. And then you can see here with the front suspension, got the fender flares. And then also, I should mention, tires are a little bit more aggressive here on the AT4 package. Got the AT4 badge there, blacked out mirror. And then notice we've got the keyless entry there on the door handles. Here's your full side view. You guys can see the rails there at the top. And then I love that body line that goes all the way across to the back. I think that looks really good. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock, lock, remote start, and then the opening here for the hatch. So press that a couple times, and then the hatch will pop right open. And then popping here into the rear, you can see the storage space just underneath. And then you've got these latches here to lower down the seats. And other than that, there's not a ton happening back here. So when you're all done, you got that, you can pull it down, or you can just press the automated function and then it'll lower for you, which is pretty cool. Now finishing things up here with the rear, you'll kind of notice that they have separation here between the windows and the roof. That's, I don't know, I think it looks really cool because you got like the white on the top and then black in the center and then white down below. Again, C-shaped lights here on the back. We got our Terrain logo. We got the AT4 badge off to the side. You've got the camera right there down below the GMC logo. Parking sensors here on the rear end. And other than that, you know, pretty clean with the design here for the bumper. And, well, it's the rest of the rear. Now here's the door panel in the rear. You guys can see the padding and the contrasted stitching right here, and I like this material around the door handle area. And then here are these seats themselves. So again, you can see here with the padding perforated in the center portion. And then this is the stitching color for all of the AT4s. It's kind of like the signature of the AT4 package itself. And then popping in, you can see legroom, headroom as well. And then we've got the storage pocket right here, a couple vents, and then some USBs right down below. And then, of course, cup holder armrest. You can't live without that thing. Let's head to the front. Now here's the front door panel. You can see the padding down below with the stitching that goes across, and again the darker trim here at the top. Got our memory seats and then the window controls right here with the mirror adjustments, and then that is for the hatch. Here's a quick look at the mirrors. Well, it's kind of hard to see because it rained this morning. But yeah, there's a quick look at the mirror. Anyways, here's the front seat. Notice again it says AT4 on it, and then you got all the AT4 colors, and then I love that portion on the seat. That looks really cool. Perforated here in the center portion, and then the piping. Got the adjustments on the side. Pedal layout down below. We've got that to open up the hood. This for the heads-up display, and let's pop in. Now here is the steering wheel. You guys can see the padding all around the steering wheel, and then again we've got that contrasted AT4 stitching in the center portion. Controls for the center stack, voice command, phone controls, GMC logo there in the center. We've got our heated steering wheel button over here, and then you can see the cruise control there off to the side. Turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock, radio controls on the back of the steering wheel, and well, there you go. And here's the gauge cluster. You got analog gauges all around, and then we do have that screen there in the center, which will let you see different bits of info on the vehicle. You guys can see the different tabs you can scroll through, and notice it says demo mode because we are in fact in demo mode, but Other than that, that's pretty much everything for that portion. We do have some different modes we can go into. So we've got a all-wheel drive mode we can go into. And if we move from that, we've got an off-road mode that we can go into as well. And then the base mode is just a two-wheel drive mode. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, we pop it into reverse. We've got a backup camera with trajectory lines that do turn with the steering wheel. And then you guys can see the different viewpoints here with the camera itself. You can see tons of stuff outside of the car. And then you got that zoom function there with the receiver hitch. So from a camera perspective, it's solid, actually. And then you can see here, response time on the screen is great. You've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Sorry about the glare. It's just the time of day that it is. And it's nicely integrated there into the dash. And, well, there you go. Analog controls here for the infotainment system above. Got our auto stop start. Climate controls down below. Dual zone climate. And then notice we've got our transmission select stuff here at the very bottom. And then you can do plus and minus for the gears, which is cool. You've got the charging area, which is what we'll call this, with some storage, a couple cup holders. Got this for the parking sensors. And then we do have heated seats here for the front. This is our drive line select. So again, four-wheel drive and then our off-road mode. And then we've got hill descent control and then our lane keep assist and then heated seats for the passenger. More of that AT4 stitching. You can see the center console. It's kind of interesting. Tons of storage space though, I will say that. And then also in front of the center console. And then notice that blacked out trim here off to the side, and then again with the stitching here on the dash. And we've got the glove box down below, and then you can see the storage space there at the top. And finishing things up here at the very top, we do have a panoramic sunroof with the sunglass holder. There you go. And then just a traditional mirror. So here's our window sticker for this 2022 GMC Terrain AT4. Sorry, there's tons of glare, but you guys can see this one has the infotainment package 2 as an option added to it, and then we've got the tech package. We also have the sunroof package as well. Total MSRP after everything's added on this one, $39,315. And let's take it out and see how it drives. Let's go over the visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, and you guys can now see the heads-up display, both of the mirrors, and throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let's set off. So, setting off here in the Terrain AT4, and man, for some reason I keep wanting to say Acadia AT4, and this is definitely not an Acadia, let me tell you. But, setting off, first off, from a ride quality perspective, it's actually smooth. That's definitely a nice, pleasant surprise. And get up and see how this turbo 1.5 liter 4-cylinder goes. Ooh, a little bit of torque steer. So I'm in two-wheel drive, so a little bit of torque steer. I'm gonna pop it into four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. I know there's a difference, folks. Sorry. We'll see if it still does the torque steer, if it kind of drives a little bit different. But it's quick. I mean, it's actually quick. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting it to feel kind of, you know, not necessarily slow, but I wasn't expecting it to feel as quick as it does. Okay. Yeah, so it completely, once you go into the all-wheel drive mode, completely gone with the torque steer feeling. So, but it actually feels like almost, so it doesn't torque steer and it grips a little bit better with the all-wheel drive, but it almost feels slower in a way. And I think it's because, like, right when you're putting the power to the front two wheels, right, you're gonna have less power loss than all-wheel drive. So it's just kind of interesting to actually be able to perceive that. I think it's so interesting. But yeah, I guess that, you know, this is a little short drive, but I've driven these before, so some things up here with this package. First off, from an exterior aesthetics perspective, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the AT4. And I love the fact that they're putting the AT4 on all of their vehicles. So, like, because off-road packages are just, they're all the rave right now. So yeah, the fact they're putting it on all the vehicles makes sense. Interior perspective, for a sub $40,000 car, this is a nice interior. Steering wheel's nice, and yeah, I mean, no complaints with that. And then from a driving perspective, it's smooth, it's comfortable, acceleration's solid. And so, yeah, I mean, again, for a sub $40,000 car, you're kind of getting, and you know, it makes sense, right? Like, this isn't technically like the luxury offshoot of GM. This is like the what do they call this, like business class or whatever. This is like you want like luxury car amenities, but you don't exactly want a luxury car, right? That's kind of what the GMCs go after. And by the way, there's an Acadia AT4 right next to us. And yeah, this does give you that. This gives you that feeling, and it's also at that price point. And so, yeah, if you just want a good daily driver SUV, it gets good fuel economy and is going to be great in the snow because, again, it's got those little bit more aggressive tires with this AT4 package. That's what the Terrain AT4 gives you. That's going to sum things up for our video on this 2022 GMC Terrain AT4. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork for giving me some time with the Terrain. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you in the next video.